Hey guys, this is Clog here from Destination Thrills, here for episode 2 of the Clog, where we're going to talk about some coaster news. I hope to recap some of my trip a couple weeks ago where I did Six Flags over Texas, and then me and my sister went to Hollywood Nights for the first time ever, which was awesome. And also just to give you a little channel update, some of the stuff that we're going to be doing, some of the places we're going to be going, why we changed our name from 808 Coaster Rida to Destination Thrills, all that good stuff and more. So the first thing I want to talk about is what is going on at Kennywood. The teasers have already begun for this coaster, which is really awesome. Kennywood posted they posted something to their Facebook page. They posted a scratch off, and it was like, had 9 slots on the scratcher ticket, and it said Project 412 ride details, and so it was like, okay, here we go, we're gonna start this teaser campaign. They said they're gonna do posts every Thursday. They said they already broke ground on the project, which we have been seeing. If you follow Kennywood Connection, if you don't, I suggest that you do. That forum and that Facebook page and that community are constantly posting updates about the construction site that's happening. There's already pictures of footers that are in the old Logjammer site, which is where we believe this will be taking place. Also, if you remember, I think it was a couple weeks ago, Kennywood posted an Instagram photo of construction happening, and so I forgot what it said, but I think it said like big things planned or something like that. So we already knew something big was happening, and then this teaser campaign started Thursday. You know, at first I thought, okay, you know what, I counted the slots, 9 slots, I counted out the days from then, and I said 9 slots, this thing is going to end on August 9th, which is a week before National Roller Coaster Day, which is August 16th on a Thursday. So I said, in my mind, I was like, oh, this makes sense, they're going to announce on National Roller Coaster Day it's going to be a roller coaster. I mean, I think with the footers being put in, we know it's going to be a roller coaster, but I just thought that would just make sense to me. But they ended up posting a teaser 2 hours later to their Twitter page, and it was, we are going to reveal the first clue, and the middle scratch off was scratch, and it revealed the number 197. So what could this 197 mean? My initial thought, my first reaction was, oh, that's got to be the height of the coaster. But would Kennywood build a 197-foot tall coaster? Maybe the drop goes in a ravine and it becomes their second hyper coaster. Is that possible? Would Kennywood build 2 hypercoasters in the same park? What is their budget? What are we looking at here? So, you know, I still believe that it has something to do with the height, especially that the scratcher is supposed to be meant for ride details. You know, I've heard some other speculation on what it could be, but it just doesn't make sense. You know, why would you... I can't think of another ride detail that would be 197 besides the height. I mean, if you have an idea of what detail that could be, post in the comments below, but I'm having a hard time thinking of a 197 number that would have to do with the ride detail. It couldn't be an angle of a drop that's just that just doesn't make sense. It's not going to be the length of the ride that's too short. You know, it's not going to be 197 airtime moments, so that would be awesome. And it doesn't even make sense in the fact of ride duration. Like, you're not going to say, oh, this ride lasts 197 seconds, and that's a long time too. So I'm having trouble finding a different number that can match. Maybe it has something to do with the name of the coaster. You know, it doesn't even make sense for a year. So I'm going to stick with my first guess is going to be that this is going to be the height of the coaster. And yes, Kennywood is going to build their second hyper coaster. Could it be, I know B&M Dive is being built in Canada's Wonderland, and these are fairly expensive, but I mean, who's to say that we're not going to see a B&M Dive coaster? You know, I haven't paid attention to the footers or the coverage as much, so there might have already been a release on the hint. I follow Screenscape, and I know that they had originally posted that RMC was possibly involved, but then that they got backed out. So who knows, you know, if those rumors are true, maybe RMC is still in the deal. I would personally love to see the first RMC T-Rex coaster being built and have it be the first ground-up RMC Hyper with the T-Rex model. That would be cool, but Again, everyone's guess is as good as mine. I don't think GCI is going to build something that tall, though. I don't know what they're capable of. Maybe they build their first ever wooden hyper coaster. All I know is that this project is very well worth watching. Yes, a lot of the spotlight's been at Canada's Wonderlands. Dive coaster, especially with track already on site, and with Carowinds, and so everyone's talking about 2019. We are still in the process of opening 2018 coasters. 2018 was one of the biggest years for new coasters, and we're already looking at 2019. Obviously, I think RMC White Cyclone is probably going to steal everything, though. We got RMC Robin Hood. And that's another thing to look at as well, is there's a lot of RMC projects happening right now. RMC White Cyclone over in Nagashima Spa Lam. I think I said that right. And then you also have RMC Robin Hood, which is going over in Europe, one of the Wallaby parks. So RMC's already got their hand on 2 projects. We've seen them do multiple projects at once before. 2018 is a great example, so I'm not saying it can't be an RMC, but I'm just looking at clues as who's working with who, what's going on. So let us know what you think is going on. I'm interested to see what people think about this Kennywood project. I'm personally excited for it. I actually might make a East Coast road trip next year, which would involve Kennywood, so it would be perfect timing for this. The other news we got going on is now rumors. I know Screamscape posted this. A couple other places have posted. There's some construction happening by I believe it's the Cyclone Bay area. Sorry, Magic Mountain people, if I'm totally saying an area that doesn't exist, but it's by Apocalypse. And then there's been some land clearing back there, and a lot of people are speculating that maybe Magic Mountain opens a new coaster in 2019. It's been a few years since they've added a new coaster, and they are Six Flags' premier coaster park with the most coaster, with a lot of tension happening at Cedar Point, all their big additions. It wouldn't surprise me if Six Flags answered back with a roller coaster project of their own. Magic Mountain has a huge variety of coasters, so I'm trying to think of what would even fit in that park. I mean, they have launch coasters, they have looping coasters, they have an RMC, they have a hyper. The only thing this park really doesn't have is a complete circuit Giga coaster. What I've heard is that Six Flags likely isn't going to go for the giant high dollar price coasters anymore, which would leave B&M out of a lot of their projects. So would they get a Giga coaster or Magic Mountain? I don't think so. I just don't see that happening. Magic Mountain could go ahead and put a Raptor RMC as well. You know, I think that could fit well at their park. But let me know what you think about the rumors at Magic Mountain. I think it's likely. I actually, in my predictions earlier in the year, I said it would make sense that Magic Mountain would be next in the Six Flags chain to get a roller coaster. I also think it's a possibility that Six Flags Great America, with the clearing going on, might be getting a coaster in the next 2 years. And I think if Six Flags got some success with the Fiesta Texas Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster, you know, with the price tag on that, I think I could see Six Flags investing in more of these attractions at some of their bigger parks, like Great Adventure, and also spreading them out to different parks in different regions. So, you know, Midwest doesn't have a Raptor coaster. Why not put one in the Midwest? Why not put one at Six Flags Great America? Why not put one on the East Coast, Six Flags Great Adventure? Maybe they go for the Southeast one, and Six Flags Georgia in a few years gets one. That wouldn't surprise me either. Or, you know, Six Flags Discover Kingdom. I don't know if they would put one in with Railblazer going in, but I think Southern Cal, if they wanted to be one of the first to do this, it would not surprise me if Magic Mountain next year got a Raptor. And this is a cool idea. This is just an idea. There's no, you know, it's not like Magic Mountain has said anything about it, but from what I've heard is that a survey has gone out to guess about a racing-themed ride. Now, wouldn't that be cool if they did a dueling Raptor? I said the Raptors would be great if they had a dueling, so you could put them both on the platform. The capacity would be much better with them. The capacity has actually been pretty decent with them, I've heard, at Six Flags DS in Texas. But the capacity would be even better if you had a dueling one, or maybe you have 3 of them duel. I mean, the price tag then it goes up, obviously, but maybe we see a dueling Raptor coaster. That would be awesome. And it would be the second dueling RMC at Six Flags Magic Mountain. So, you know, whether that happen, that's just a guess. I think that'd be really cool. Again, a racing theme is somehow involved, so we'll see what goes with that. The other thing I want to point out is everybody is kind of rumoring at this I have to talk about it. I know Steel Vengeance just opened up, but we're already talking about what is Cedar Point going to do next, and what are they going to do for their gigantic anniversary, 150 years in 2020. So a lot of speculation is going out there, and I've heard a couple other channels say this. This is actually my thought. Like, what could be the biggest thing that you could do after doing Steel Vengeance, which a lot of people are saying is the best roller coaster in the world? That didn't shock me. A lot of people are like, is it going to be the best RMC? I'm like, no, this is going to be the best in the world. I'm going to try it and feel for myself, but I'm not shocked that people think that Steel Vengeance is the best in the world. And just look at that layout. I think of it as Voyage with way more ejector airtime and just a crazier Voyage layout. I don't get why people were like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's the best coaster ever, and then in the beginning they're like, will it be the best RMC? Yeah, it will be. But no, so what are they going to do next? I think the only way you top Steel Vengeance is by opening 2 roller coasters in the same year. I know, call me crazy, but I think Cedar Point, if any park was going to ever open 2 big roller coasters in the same year, actually Energylandia, but if a park in America was going to release 2 coasters in the same year, 2 big coasters, not just like a mini kiddie one and an adult coaster, it would be Cedar Point. One thing I think Cedar Point needs in our lineup that I'm surprised people don't talk about more of is they don't have a flying coaster. So if they're looking for something new and unique, give them a flying coaster. That is a new type of feel, and it would be different from their other rides. Why not get them a flying coaster? I don't see that in the works. But if you did a flying coaster, and if you did a launched flying coaster, what? That would be sweet. If you did the world's longest flying coaster that launches, Cedar Point could do it. But a lot of people, and this was kind of my first inclination, is you just redid your wooden coaster. So now you only have like 1 wooden coaster in the park, Blue Streak. So what Cedar Point is kind of missing is that modern wooden coaster. And if you're looking for a solid modern wooden coaster, you go to GCI. And I think GCI would be a perfect fit. And I know there was some teasing, I wouldn't say teasing, but Adam House from GCI made like a joke or something like, oh, you know, maybe you'll see us work up north or something along those lines at the Kings Island Coaster Stock event. I don't look too much into those things, but could be a little hint to the future. So could GCI be in the works for Cedar Point? I think it'd be cool if you did like an ode to the old and to the new. So like, you know, build a classic wooden coaster. Like, I know it's modern, but build something that has a feel of a classic wooden coaster and have it pay tribute to, this is 150 years of coasters, this is how coasters started. Do like a tribute, or maybe do a tribute to one of their earlier coasters that they opened up through a GCI model, make it just a crazier version of that coaster, and then open up something futuristic that has never been done before and say, here's to the future. I think that would be the coolest thing that a park has done. Would it be worth an investment? I don't know. But I think that if you're going to do a huge 150-year celebration, I think that's how you do it. So let me know what you think Cedar Point's going to do for their 150th. Yes, you can comment, this is way too early. Like, comment that as much as you want because it is way too early. But as a coaster enthusiast and someone who likes to talk about new things happening, this excites me a lot. So I'm going to break this up into 2 segments. So we're going to actually end the Clog right now with basically the coaster news that we talked about. So leave any kind of rumors or tips in the comments below, and then I'm going to put the story time and kind of our trips Six Flags Over Texas, Holiday World, and news about our channel. I'm going to put that in a new segment called the Coaster Mukbang, and I'm going to sit and talk to you guys about my experiences over some Long John Silvers. So be on the lookout for that in the next video. Thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe and like this video. You guys have a wonderful day and hope to see you at a park soon.